Hi, and welcome to Anime with Annie. In this video today, I'll be talking about everything we know about the hit anime series called Konosuba. But before we get into it, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any updates from us. Now come, let's take a closer look. Natsume Arasuki's light graphic novel series, Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, is authored by Natsume Arasuki and designed by Karon Mishima. Kazuma-san is a youngster who after his death is transported to a fantasy realm, with MMORPG features, where he joins a dysfunctional adventuring group with a deity, an archwizard, and a crusader. Between December 2012 and October 2013, Konosuba was serialized as a web novel on Shorosuka Ninar, and from October 2013 to May 2020, it was produced as a printed light novel series by Kotokuwa Shoten under the Karakowa Sneaker Bunko banner. Karon Mishima's pictures are used in the light novel series, which has a unique plot. From October 2014, a manga adaptation illustrated by Mashita Watari and Joseph Yokobori has been serialized in Fujimi Shobo's monthly Dragon Age magazine. In March 2015, Hobie Records released a radio drama CD, and Studio Dean's anime television adaptation aired in Japan throughout January and March 2016. Between January and March 2017, Season 2 of the anime aired. Konosuba, An Explosion in This Wonderful World, a spin-off light novel series, debuted in July 2014. Yen Press has the North American rights both to the light novels and the manga. Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World is an anime film adapted by JC Staff. The first episode of The Legend of Crimson aired on August 30th, 2019. Drive has announced a third season as well as an anime TV series adaptation of Konosuba, An Explosion in This Wonderful World. Manga. On September 9, 2014, a manga version of Konosuba, illustrated by Mashita Watari, began serialization in Fujimi Shobo's monthly Dragon Age magazine in the October 2014 issue. As of May 2022, 15 tankobon volumes have been released. Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Extra Attention to That Wonderful World Fool, a spin-off manga, was released as part of the 12th light novel volume as a bundle. It tells the narrative of Dust, who gets into difficulty with Veneer for selling stolen goods, and is illustrated and written by Kumahiro and Hagaruyuki, respectively. On March 26, 2022, Kasumi Morino's manga version of the Konosuba Fantastic Days mobile phone game began publishing in Media Factory's monthly Comic Alive magazine. Anime series. Studio Dean's anime television adaptation ran on Tokyo MX from January 14th to March 16th, 2016, before being picked up by 8 other networks and various video-on-demand streaming services. Crunchyroll broadcast the series in numerous locations including North America, and Anime Lab broadcast it in Australia. Takomi Kanasaki directed the series, which is authorized by Motoko Yuzo and featured character design by Koichi Kitoa. In June 2016, Konosuba's 11th light novel was paired with an original video and animation, OVA. The opening theme is Machio's Fantastic Dreamer, while the ending theme is Soranamai, Ri Takashi, and Ai Kono's Shasana Bensha. Crunchyroll confirmed on January 7, 2019 that the show would be dubbed in English. The first season's dubs were published on January 25, 2019, followed by the second season's dubs on February 25, 2020. On May 25, 2020, Discotek Media launched the first season on Blu-ray in North America. Koichi Kuta and Mokomaka Katsuya animated the series, with the former working on odd-number episodes and the latter on even-number episodes. Wakamatsu's character designs were more appealing and closely matched those of the light novels. Kikuta based his designs on children's cartoons like Pokemon, since he thought Konosuba's plot was comparable to that of such shows. A second season aired between January 12th and March 16, 2017. The opening theme for the second season is Machio's Tomorrow, and the closing theme is Amaya Takahashi and Kano's Oshinekatari. The second season was later added to Crunchyroll. In July 2017, a second OVA was released in conjunction with the 12th volume of Konosuba. The second season will be released in Blu-ray in North America by Discotek Media in 2021. On July 25, 2017, Kasuma and Megumin voice actors Jun Fukumasha and Takahashi announced intentions for a new Konosuba anime project, which was later confirmed to be a new movie, Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Crimson's Legend, on July 18, 2021. The Konosuba's anime's official Twitter account stated that a new anime series was in the works. The project was eventually confirmed to be a third season of the main series, as well as a Konosuba, An Explosion in This Wonderful World animation television series adaptation. On October 6, 2018, characters from Konosuba will feature in Izaki Quartet, a crossover anime that also includes characters from Re:Zero, Starting Life in Another World, Overlord, and the saga of Tanya the Evil. Review. Yes, they created yet another stuck-in-a-video game-style environment show. The leveling, the skill acquisition, the evil demon lord, it's all there. Naturally, Konosuba is not the same as Sword Art Online or Log Horizon. Success breeds imitation, but mockery breeds mockery, and Konosuba has no intention of telling this story correctly. It's a vicious little satire that's also a lot of fun. Konosuba is about Kazuma Sato, a sardonic, self-aware otaku who appears frequently in light novel adaptations. In the first 5 minutes of the episode, Kazuma dies for a dumb reason and is transported to the realm of the goddess Aqua. Aqua finds his death amusing, but she has a proposition for him. If he joins the battle against the Demon King, he can be resurrected in a fantasy world, rather than drifting away to the mundane afterlife. Kazuma agrees to the arrangement, but only on one condition. He must drag Aqua into the new realm with him in order to exact his vengeance on the unsympathetic Aqua. So suddenly everything is going wrong for them both. Though they're presumably intended to destroy the Demon King, Konosuba's heroes are completely inept and typically self-destructive. They only ever make headway in that direction by accident. Megumin, an explosion wizard who can only use one attack per day before falling in a heap. And Darkness, a high-level paladin who's much more of a masochist to be any useful as a fighter, ultimately join Kazuma and Aqua, but having a full party doesn't make their problems any easier. Almost the entire episode is devoted to them attempting to survive in this environment, and hopefully, making enough money to leave the barn. The challenges of Konosuba's heroes make many of the show's parts incredibly relevant. We haven't been devoured by huge frogs or forced to bargain with enraged Doolahans, but we have faced unpleasant jobs and nasty neighbors. Konosuba is primarily a fantasy-translated story about a group of young individuals with weird but different qualifications, seeking to prosper in a harsh job market. They suffer with debt, take positions they shouldn't because the income is excellent, and are frequently too preoccupied with tiny successes to see the big picture. Many of Konosuba's jokes are relatable and sharp, elevating them above the average anime comedy. In addition to their sharpness, the cast of the show has an odd, yet lovable camaraderie. They're all a little worthless and mean to each other, yet they like each other. The failings of characters like Aqua or Megumin, on the other hand, make them more likable in the eyes of the viewer. They're selfish, vengeful, short-sighted, and petty. Yet they're all those qualities at the same time. Kazuma, sadly, is the apparent exception to this charming cast. Kazuma is aggressively arrogant, while Darkness is one-note and dull. The series is really handled by Aqua and Megumin. He's rarely punished for his behavior in such a way that you know the show doesn't agree with him, and his mean-spirited, self-aware commentary saps the pleasure out of scenes. Scenes centered on Kazuma reveal not only the show's normal comical meanness, but also a genuine ugliness behind it. Furthermore, many of the show's jokes are either unintentionally funny or cliched. One half episode is devoted to Kazuma stealing pants, a 2-for-1 case of Kazuma being unlikable, and the program devolving into cliched genre comedy, while others merely rehash Darkness's one joke over and over. Konosuba can be amusing and endearing at times, but it is neither constantly hilarious nor endearing. Some episodes are complete flops, and for every winner, you'll have to wait through 2 or 3 mediocre ones. The show's visual aesthetic isn't perfect, but it's effective nonetheless. The character designs for Konosuba are sloppy and jagged-edged, and it appears like the animation team purposely chose an erratic form of animation for the show. This works incredibly well for the jokes. The expressions twist and bend into crazy parodies of the usual manner, and the design's harsh-edged sharpness complements the quip style. Individual still frames in Konosuba will almost certainly appear absurd, but that's part of the show's appeal. The program doesn't always have great animation, but it does have some standout moments, with Megumin's explosions getting special attention. It's never a pretty show, but it's not trying to be. The style is appropriate for the material. The music of Konosuba is less recognizable, consisting mostly of cheery but subtle piano and strings, with a few more dramatic symphonic tunes for the key occasions. However, the voice acting in the show deserves special mention. Many of the gags work solely because Aqua and Megumin put so much passion into their performances. One of the show's most persistent attractions is Aqua's tremendously expressive emotions and loud shouting, which makes jokes that appear too simple to be hilarious on paper actually work in action. Overall, Konosuba is a lively but incoherent spoof of a genre that has long been ripe for satire. It's not always laugh-out-loud hilarious, and Kazuma is a truly unlikable character. But there's plenty here to keep you entertained for a while. It's unlikely to wow you, but it should make you smile. And that concludes my review of Konosuba. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, Anime with Annie, for more such exciting anime content and reviews. And please leave comments about what you thought of today's video. And remember, have an amazing day!